Hello everybody. Now I'm just going to continue on with what I was doing here. There's been a few little, things along the way that I've ideas and that I've had, so I'm going to show you those. Now I have been doing the pieces for the box. Okay. Now I cut out. Actually, that's the wrong box because that's when I started earlier. Now I've got fair few because it's going to take a little bit to fill this up. Alright. So I've made 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I made 8. Now I've cut this one out of a piece of heavy card. Right. But the ones that I did when I did the paper, I thought were too thin. So what I did was, let me show you. Actually, I did a few envelopes too. This is a really rough job, but got to look a bit rugged because it's supposed to be old, and So I split I got an envelope and I split it down the centre, and I pushed these extra bits back into there. And I've made it look like it's got something in there because that's what you want. That's what we're going for, that idea. So I did that with a couple, but I made actually a few out of card and paper. I've made them out of paper and envelopes. Now this one here is actually out of an envelope, and what I'm going to do, what I did then was I put a stamp of some sort on. I got these stamps off eBay ages ago. They only cost me $1 or something because I thought I'd do some decorating with them, and I'm going to put this one here onto here, like so, only because it needs to have some sort of, you need to have a little bit of visual of the fact that it might be a stamp underneath there. Alright, now you can put a stamp as I got this one yesterday. My friend brought me back this from Melbourne yesterday. It's posting one, so I'm really pleased with it, and I've got I'm going to put a bit of ink on that, and I'll just put a thing across there to make it look like the post office might have stamped that for me sometime. Okay, so that's the idea that I did with these, and I've got these ones done here, except with this one I have put a bit of brown coloured distress ink around the edge of it, just to make it look a little bit oldish, and I might do that with a couple more, or might not. I might leave them. I don't know yet. I'll see what happens when we're putting it together. Now I've got to have the base. So this was the base of it, and I think I needed to stick this down a bit better. I made this envelope out of a piece of nice piece of to keep something to wipe that on there. I think I've cut my table. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? Anyway, this is my old one, but that doesn't matter. Still need to craft. I don't know. Maybe to give that a bit of a clean. There's a bit of glue there. So I have put this onto here. There's an envelope first, and then I stuck another envelope on because I wanted to have a reasonably solid base, for it. This is going to be on there like so. That's going to be stuck onto there. But before I do that, I'm going to carefully put, or whatever, put these over it first. These are my little stack of, now, you notice I didn't stick that down, and I'm not going to, which I did in the first one I showed you, I think, and I'm sorry about that if you've already done it, but now, in the next time, we'll leave it, because I want it to be like it's full. If you understand, it needs to look like it's full, and if you stick it down flat, it won't have that effect. Okay, now you're going to have to stick a part of this to, you're going to have I may lost for words, that's silly. I'm going to actually glue them together, I think. I'm going to set them on here first though to show you what the idea is now we're going for. So we're going to have Actually, we'll put a different colour one there. This one here, I'll just put a bit of a stamp on. Another one there. Now we've got to make sure. Now we've got them reasonably lined up. They're not too bad, are they? Maybe I should put a lighter. Oh no, that one can go on there. Yes. Just get it hooked up again. This one can go on. No, I'll put a green one on, but I'll need to put a stamp onto him. It fits over nicely. A little bit of a stamp here. I don't want to put that on there, we'll cover it over. I'll put this one on. I might take up a bit of ink off of this. I just stamped that. There should be a bit of ink on there. Here we go. Yeah, a bit of ink on it. Post office is not careful. If you can see how that's working. Okay. Then there's that one on there. And then, of course, we will have one more, I think. And then the piece on the top that opens and shuts. Now that's way too small. It's making it squish up. I don't want that happening. I do not want it to squish up. Little bit of trial and error, and you know you've got to be patient with some things. I don't know what's bringing that in. One of these are. It could be this fella here because he's a little bit stiff and he might be dragging it shut. I want to put this up here. Take a bit off that. There we go. We need them to fit over there so they're not pulling it at the side of it. There we go. Now, so I'm actually putting these on just to try first because I want it to go over there when it comes to the end part. So that you're putting it together. And that one will go, was that too small or not? I hope I'm not making this look too hard and you're thinking, oh gee, I'm not going to try that. Because I don't want to make it look hard because it isn't really. It's just it's persevering, you know. You've got to, if one wants to make things, you've got to persevere with some stuff. Now that's going to go over there. I'm just going to glue them together, and then put it on. It'll go, won't it? Another one. But when I say glue them together, I need to show you how because I do not want everybody doing it and it not working properly. Now that's going to go on like this, and then I'll have another one on the top as well, which maybe I'll pick out one of these. I think I'll go with this heavier one to put actually on the top. So this one there needs a bit of a stamp on it. Okay, now that's clever. That's really good, that paper. Now this was an envelope that I just cut up the centre and then I pushed that back in there to make this look like it's, you know, see the skeleton of the thing, like the inside bit, it's okay as long as you get the best that you can, and you know. So let's put this together now. Glue just in the edge. Don't take. We need to put the bottom one on first. Don't take your glue right to the outside, because that way it'll push it down. So just put your glue on the edge of this here, in from your card, from your envelope edge, about that far, okay? Because you want that to still be sitting up at the corners. So you're only going to be pushing this down in this bit, okay? You want this bit to sort of have a little gap, a little gaping thing, you might say. When it's dry, or when it's a lot drier, we'll be able to see the effect of that. But just keep it that way, okay? So now I'm just going to go and I'm going to put these on here. And I don't know how long this has gone for, but I think I better come back in a minute, okay?